Hey, what's going on, y'all? So, you know how I always start this off. Go to akachicomics.com, get your digital books and all that. Void Beast, Jordan Messiah, Sankara, all that good stuff. Go do that. Um, so I finally got, for those that have been paying attention, I finally got a space for the con I have been trying to get together. Um, I was going to do it out here in Milwaukee, but I couldn't find no spaces out here. I couldn't do it. Like I was looking. Uh, but before I get into that, I will be having a con. It'll be called SableCon in May, May 20th in North Carolina. I'm putting it all together. I'm getting everything done and finalized and all that good stuff. But it will be happening. And for y'all that, like I said, y'all that are paying attention, I was trying to get one done in Milwaukee. I had been looking for spaces. I had put spaces up for rent. I had a title and some other stuff, but the spaces just weren't for what I was trying to do. They just wouldn't work. So I was like, So I reached out to my man Dewan Owens, who's always helpful, and he hooked me up with somebody in North Carolina, Nightdale to be exact, right outside of Raleigh, like 15, 20 minutes outside of Raleigh. He hooked me up with him. So we're talking and we got everything together. So I'll be putting out more information and I will be having a con in North Carolina. Like I said, it'll be called SableCon. Uh, the focus will be Black creators, writers, entertainment, manga, all that type of stuff. All that type of stuff. So I'll be putting up where to sign up for, how to get in, everything, and it'll be free to the public. It'll be free for people to come in and check everything out. But the tables will cost. I'll put all that up in the next couple of weeks. Yeah, in the next couple of weeks. I still got to get some art and some other things done and some other stuff over time and everything. But I will be getting that up. And this is something that I've been wanting to do for a while because it's a lot of stuff I don't like uh the process on a lot of cons and stuff like that. The last one that really just kind of bothered me was and I posted about this a couple of days ago, maybe a week or two ago. I posted about it with MechaCon. No, not MechaCon. Jesus, sorry. C2E2. Jesus, not MechaCon. C2E2. That Jesus Christ, that mess pissed me off. Like I'm going through and it's asking so many questions. What gender are you? What you identify as? What race are you? Where you go to school at? Who you like? Who you don't like? Who you want? 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 Who you want to species? I'm like, what the? Why are you asking me all this? And the thing that got me was like, once it got to like, what race are you? I was like, done. Because my thing is always like, when it comes to that, that's used for a reason. And I'm just like, and it none of this makes sense. None of this makes sense for a con. For one, you want me to pay you $400 something to show up. Okay, I'm pretty sure I can make that back if well, I can make that back easily at a con. That I can do that in 4 hours, 3 hours, depending on what I got going. That's not a problem. But the thing is just like, is all of this necessary? And it's becoming more and more of a thing with a lot of cons. And for me, a lot of things that push me to get things done are me not liking things. Like I was. That's just who I am. That's just who I am. So folks get on and be like, why can't people always don't like it? People listen. I was listening to a book, and this is going to go into kind of like what I was talking about earlier, but we still talking about my con. I want people that are not that to be careful with. I was listening to a book called How to Think Clearly. I believe that's what it was called. It was an audio book. Since I'm doing a lot of driving during the day with one of my businesses, I just listen to a bunch of audio books. I'll listen to stories. I'll listen to business stuff, all kind of mess. And one of the things it talked about was something that I didn't think was going to be in the book. I just put it on, and it talked about the being happy fallacy and error. And the main point of it was being happy is like, for most people, and in most cases, like just being this happy-go-lucky person is a natural thing, almost like a natural and genetic thing, like being tall or whatever the case may be, or being pretty, being ugly, whatever the case. That this isn't a thing that everybody can do and will do. This isn't a thing where everybody just gonna be happy and we gonna all be like, yay! That's not what it is. And it clicked for me because I'm not that person. Like, people get online and talk about all the time about why you don't like nothing. All you do is complain. All you do is motherfucker. That's what I do. Like, that's how I'm built. It like, you folks will say stuff, and it's been like this all my life. Folks will say stuff, and in my mind, I'm hearing it, and I'm not necessarily disagreeing, but it filters in my mind like, that's not the way it should be, or I'm not with that. And so when you see a lot of people talk all this happy shit, and you gotta be happy, and you this, that. No, you don't. No, you don't. I'm not saying you gotta be mad and angry and you want to kill yourself and other stuff. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, you do not have to go along with and be happy all day. You know why? Because the world needs people like me or you. They need people like you. Everybody can't be happy. Hey, it is good. I ain't gonna say nothing about it. No, you need us. You need us to sit back and be like, nah, this ain't right. So that was something that really stood out to me in that book, and it clicked. I was like, wow, this is the first time I've heard anybody say something like that, because it's always, well, you need, and it talks about watching out for people to tell you about meditating or being happy and going to happy places and all this other stuff, because that's a natural thing for them. And society tries to push that off on everybody, and it doesn't work. So then you thinking something wrong with you, and they bouncing on you, talking about you ought to be happy. No, you don't. You don't have to be happy. And your happiness may not be the same way as that other person's. You gotta be nice, happy and nice. No. That's not how that works. That's not how that works. I'm happy. I just don't process it and spit it out the same way you do. So, and I'm not gonna be walking around all the time being cool and not saying nothing about nothing. So that's where it came from with a lot of stuff with the cons. And it was just a lot of other people inspired me to do it. Like, outside of the disliking things like C2E2 mess, and then and not having a space for a lot of or being all over the place for getting the cons and stuff. I want to have something that I can help people out with. That's always my thing. It's like, can it be something that I can do and also help people out with? And that's what the con is about. It's basically, okay, I can help other Black creators and other people too get in space, sell their products and stuff like that. And I can do more than just talking a bunch of noise. Like, I may complain, but I also want to do and fix things. So and then other people inspired me to do stuff like Keithan Jones, my man, with his Black Comics Day out in California, some other people and stuff. And I'm not going to make it this whole only these people or whatever the case may be. Anybody that's coming in can get a table and stuff like that. So I'm personally excited for that. I may not be like, I ain't really that type of person when it comes, but I want to get everything done, and I will be revealing more as we go on and stuff. But I will be having it. Me and my people will be putting it together, and it'll be night down in North Carolina. SableCon. Black creators, you can come on through. Everybody can come on through. We can get this rolling and everything. And we can have a whole situation where we do it yearly. If it don't work out, then maybe I won't do it yearly. But we'll see. We'll see how it go. But I sure don't plan on being garbage. that's not what I do. I mean, y'all don't see my little Kickstarters and stuff. I always get my shit done. I get stuff done. Like, I get stuff done. Forget all that. So it's gonna be cool. And I know some people are gonna ask me questions about it. Inbox and stuff, and that's fine. I'll give you all the details I can before I get everything together, so I can put up a date and start marketing and all that other good stuff that you got to do with businesses and things. So yes, but it's serious. I do have it. I do have the space for May 20th of 2023. got everything together. I just got to get some more art and some other stuff to put up so that we can get everything rolling with that con and get people there and stuff. So I hope to see y'all there. I hope we can do some business together and get some people out there to get to selling and everything, because that's one of the most important things. And I also want to do it because I feel like in comics and stuff, a lot of people dismiss or feel like online is just the way. And I feel like with cons, one of the reason why I want to do is because I feel like with cons, it teaches you it. You get to make money, but you also get to train and teach yourself how to pitch your works. Because the thing about being in person, like online, even with this AI writing and stuff and everything, all kind of mess. You can just kind of type some stuff up or have somebody else do whatever better for you, and then you can just keep it rolling. At cons, with people coming through and talking to you and stuff, you don't get that. You don't get that. You can read what I would do is say read it and memorize it, and then you can spit it out. But you also got to be aware of that pitch may not work in front of people, and if it don't work, what you gonna do? Just sit there. You're not gonna do that. Like I mean, some people do. Some people do. I never forget this one guy. The first concert I was at, I was sitting across the dude. I called him crazy eyes the whole time. My man was just sitting. He was at his table. He was like, I was like, my man, are you all right? I should go buy one of his books. I'm like, nah, player. You better get it. You better shake it off. I went and talked to him a little bit. He's like, yeah. I was like, oh man, wow, player. So, but it teaches you how to adjust and readjust what you have going on and what you're trying to sell. And you see that if it works on people in person, it'll work online too. But if you got to be able to sell it in person, and I believe that's a big part missing in the game, because a lot of people, that's part of my reason for putting it together. My other part is that a lot of it is get comfortable with it. Like online is important, and you see all the stuff going on about the AI and this and that and all the stuff. But in person is still important. Don't think that all the in person is just going to disappear. That's not what's going to happen. And you still need to get in front of people to sell your works. And the other part is because the reason why I think cons are important, but mainly focusing on the artists and the vendors and stuff, not all this other wild stuff that's going on at cons and stuff. Oh, and I have a cosplay thing too. But I'll talk about that later. But what's also important, I think I lost my damn train of thought. When I was like, I was in person. Speaking on your work, it was another one. I had three. Watch me get it back later when I start talking about something else, and I'd be like, "Oh, that's what I was talking about." Is that this is it? Is that people put these books and do these things and be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna put my stuff and I'm gonna give it to so and so, and I'm gonna this and that, and I'm gonna put it on this and this, and put it on this app and DC or Marvel or this and that." No, it's not. Not that I'm saying it's not going to happen, and I hope it happens to everybody, and you get all kind of money and stuff. But thinking clearly and being realistic about it, a lot of us are just going to be selling our stuff independently. So you better find a way to be comfortable and get money independently of all these other organizations, whatever you see or whatever you think. No matter what folks are trying, you can be like this, and we're going to do this for you and this and that. You're going to have to really sell your stuff independently, or you're just going to make it and give it away. And that's not a problem either. That's not a problem either. I'm not saying yay or nay, but I'm saying what the real is for a lot of, especially like a lot of writers and everything. You gonna have to get out there and start hitting that road. And that's what I've noticed with a lot of people that really do well in comics. They do both. They'll do a bunch of cons, they'll do a bunch of online stuff and everything. I'm not saying that you can't just do online stuff. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is use every avenue you can to get you some money and to better yourself, because you may be getting some money at the cons, but you also noticing what works with people, what doesn't work with people. You also noticing that one of the things that helped me out was building my mailing list, which I'm gonna talk more about that another day. And being at cons, building my mailing list, because a lot of the people on my mailing list are people from cons and stuff. So I don't get to say certain things. I don't get to buy. I don't get to sell to them because they buy it from me in person. Like they it's like they'll wait. That's something weird. Like they'll wait until they see me and then they'll buy it in person again. So that happens all the time. So that's another way to build your mailing list and stuff. And I'm just saying, like, as far as like this indie and creating your stuff, you're gonna have to go to cons and get your online stuff together. But to believe that I'm gonna just do this and put it out and just everybody gonna go crazy and then all these big nah, that's not how that works. That's not how that works for a majority of us. Majority of us. I'm not taking exceptions and making them the rule. I'm not a part of that. Y'all can do that online and do that goofy shit as much as y'all want to. The internet love to just take exceptions to rules, and exceptional people that have done exceptional things and put that and make that the rule. And then you start thinking, well, if I'm not doing that, I'm messing up, or I need to go do that. You're not built for that. You're not built for that. You're just not built for that. One of my things, and where I learned that at, before I move on, where I learned that at is jujitsu. Actually, me and my instructor and all of us, we used to talk about people like BJ Penn, and it was talking about how BJ Penn got his black belt quick as hell, like within a couple of years, blah 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 blah, and all that stuff. And the truth of the matter is, you're not doing that. You're just not. You're not BJ Penn. You're not John Jones. You're not these people. Because for one, you don't have the genetics to do what they do. You don't have the body type to do what they do. You don't have the time to do what they do. So why are you beating yourself up trying to be what they are? Because they promote it to where this exception is what it is. But it's a lot that goes into making that exception be what it is. Like there's a lot that goes into that. And then we start thinking that's what it is. We see people like, oh, I was on such and such and I did X, Y, and Z. Even in the comic community, is, oh, I sold this many and I did such and such and I made this happen. It's like, yeah. But your outcome and results will not be the same as that person's. So how do you fit it to yourself? One of the things you can do, one of the easiest things that are open for everybody is going to cons. That's why I'm putting this con together. Going to cons. Building your lists on social media and online and everything else. Those are two of the easiest things you can do. Like you got to figure out what you want to do. Now, if you don't want to be in that space, then don't go to cons, don't do none of that, and that's all well and good. That's your business. But what I always tell people is don't let these exceptions throw you off and have you out here thinking you're doing something wrong. No. You do it, for one, you do it at the speed you do it. Again, I learned this at jiu-jitsu. I'm not the fastest person. I am more methodical, slow, and clumsy. But I can move. I can move when I need to for the most part. But if I don't know where I'm going, I get messed up. Next thing you know, I got somebody's hand around my neck, or I'm getting choked, or I'm getting put in the arm bar, so I'm in the position that, oh my God, why am I wrapped up like this? Like you just can't. So take your time. Do it. Do what makes sense to you, and don't let these exceptions that you see or seeing other people move faster or in different ways throw you off. You don't know how much money they have to put into this stuff. You don't know if they have help in the background to help them get to where they at. Pretty good, man. Doing good. You don't know nothing about what's going on. So do not let what you see these other people do throw you off of your game plan. Don't let it. I swear to God, don't let it. I'll be, man, all these other people, and they don't this and that, and I don't, maybe. No. Keep going. Take your time. Do the things that you can do. You can get the cheap cons. You can do that. And that's going to be a learning experience all itself. You're going to learn which ones to go to, which ones not to go to, which ones to stay clear of, which ones that'll make you money, how to speak to this person. If this works here, if this works in Texas, California, North Carolina, Evansville, Indiana, Milwaukee, South Carolina, California, if it work at all these places, then you know, okay, this is something that they are filling me on. Now, I may not work for the person next to you, but we ain't talking about them. We talking about you. So it is what it is. I will be putting out more information about this con. Again, it'll be in May. It'll be May 20th in Knightdale, North Carolina at the Ace Event Center. So I'll be putting out more information about it, but it's going to happen. I am putting it together. And I'm having fun with that. And hopefully y'all show up and support all that good stuff and everything too. We can all get us some money and learn some new things about what we're trying to do with our projects. So I watched, I done spent more time talking mess than I thought I was. Spent more time on the con thing than I thought I was going to do. So I'm gonna try to speed through this other part because I gotta go meet my real estate agent. I recently watched that movie Smile, and I have to say that I'm a horror movie person. Like, I'll just sit down and watch horror movies. Like, it's my thing. Especially a few years back. Lately, I've been a little bit more busy with stuff, so I haven't been watching as much as I want to. And I still gotta finish Cabinet of Curiosity, and I liked all those so far. I love those Guillermo del Toro's work. That's my dude. But I'm watching this movie. Okay, and so the gist of Smile is that what is she, a psychologist, some type of doctor, mental doctor or something? She sees this woman. It's some type of entity that is smiling. If it kills the person that it's inhabiting in front of another person, that person gets it. They go crazy and then they kill themselves. Right? The usual. And something I've been studying like tropes and how to use them and stuff in writing, in movies, and all sorts of stuff. As for again, the whole driving for my business, one of my businesses, I'm driving a lot and I'm just listening to stuff. So I'm listening about tropes and everything and stuff. And I swear, like, Smile was in essence, it was all right. But I was like, this is the issue that I have with a lot of like horror movies. Because I'm like, we're gonna go through this again, and I'm gonna compare it to something else. I'm like, we're gonna go through this because like the whole time it goes through the usual. It goes through the usual. She sees the woman kill her in her meeting with this lady, the main woman. I don't even remember her name. I don't remember. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't remembering these names and stuff. So also, if you ain't seen this movie, don't come in here and talk about, hey, spoil it. Get your ass out of here. I spoil everything. I talk about everything. I'm not the person to not spoil nothing. That's what I do. But y'all, some of y'all just be sitting here listening to me talk about it, see what I'm talking about, and then be like, why you spoiled it for me? And you're inside and you spoil it. Get your ass out of here. You grown. You ain't a child. You see me talking about it. Turn the other way. So if you ain't seen it, don't listen to this part or leave or something. Shit. Get on my nerves with that. So I always got to throw that in there. But she sees the woman kill herself, and so it's going through the usual with this movie. It's a thing where she sees it, she goes through it, then she has to deal with the fact that this entity is bothering her and stuff, and haunting her and making her see all kind of crazy mess, seeing people die, folks smiling, talking about she gonna die, seeing doing weird stuff like killing the cat and all this other mess. But my problem is this. It's like, this is always the thing in horror where it's like, okay, this is happening. Nobody believes you. Like, always. Like, nobody ever, not ever. I won't say always and ever. I won't say that. But it's a trope that's used a lot, and not trope as in it can be used, it needs to be used correctly. That's what I'm getting at. It's not saying nobody shouldn't use that and it's just terrible. No, it's not that. It just need to be used a little differently. Like, come on, man. And it's like nobody believes her. Her fiance, which is which was A-Train from the Boys, and that dude. It's like nobody believes her, and it's like the sister don't believe her, husband, fiance don't believe her, dudes at work don't believe her, and I'm just like, come on, man, oh my god, I know where this is going. She gonna slowly go crazy, blah 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 blah, yada yada yada, and then it's like the whole time she was dealing with trauma from stuff that happened with her mama, and then her sister don't know nothing about what's going on. Which movie? Nobody's listening to her. She's just going mad. All this other kind of mess. And I'm just like, oh, here we go, the usual. Then she got some dude that liked her or was with her or something. And of course, he's going to be the one to believe her and everything. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I know where this is going. She's trying to figure out what's going on. She's the guy that was the cop that used to like her, or he was some type of investigator or something. He used to like her or likes her. And it's like, he's telling her like, yo, these people usually just live within a week. They usually just stay alive in a week. And then we found somebody that made it through and everything. And he had to kill another person. And I'm just like, okay, that makes perfect sense. All right, then you got to kill somebody. That's not hard. like if you really, that's how I think about it too. Sometimes it's like, let's go let them spoil it so I ain't got to watch it, or I can just prepare myself. But yeah, so she finds out that she has to kill the person. Everybody's this is what bothered me too. Like, the people, there was a woman's husband that died from it. Had all kind of pictures and everything. And he had all kind of drawings and art of like smiling faces, everything, and talk about that he went crazy. She tells him, hey, yeah. She tells the woman like, yo, this is happening to me. The woman like, what do you think? I'm some kind of joke? Get out my house. I'm like, what? Wait a minute. The person you love, you said just went through all of this. And now you're like, get up out of here. I don't want to talk about this. You trying to mock me? Like, what? That didn't make sense to me. That didn't make, like, yo, I'm going through. And maybe she had a bunch of people that treated. No, I'm just going by what I got. Forget all that. I get tired of trying to add on stuff. No. I'm going by what I saw. But no, I'm gonna add it on. Maybe she had other people that were bothering about it, being like, yo, this happened to me, and they were playing with her. Maybe that's why she acted like that. Maybe. But it didn't make sense, because it's like, if somebody's telling you, yo, I have this same stuff going on and I've dealt with patients about it, why are you acting like that? Like, that didn't make sense. And then I understood why the dude in jail was like, yo, get her away from me, because she went to go meet the guy in jail that killed the person, so that it passed on and moved on a different way. He killed somebody so that it wouldn't have to so he wouldn't have to kill himself, or whatever the case may be. And so I understood that dude being like, yo, get this person away from me. You brought that mess here. I understood that, but it was still like, and so I'm like, this is the usual. And when it's time for you to kill somebody, she thinks in her head about, she goes back to where she used to work, and it's like, yo, I killed somebody, and I'm like, she's thinking in her head, I'm gonna kill this person that was a patient that I used to work with. And then one of the doctors comes over, and then she starts stabbing she starts stabbing the dude, all this other type of stuff. And it was just in her head to where she was thinking about it, but she still got this knife. Oh God, I forgot. I was about to say it. Fallen. Yeah. I think that's what it was. Fallen was good. I need to watch that over with John Goodman and stuff. But she and then she's sitting there thinking about it, and she has the knife, and it's like, okay, I'm a drive off. I was like, what? This is what? Like, my nigga, like homie, lady, bitch, person, whatever. Like you, this is dumb. Why are you gonna go through all of that to go kill somebody when all you gotta do is just go pop or stab somebody in the street? Like straight up, just to get yourself out of that. One of the movies I did like was you see we see you. We was was It Follows. I think it was called It Follows, where basically it started off with the girl, and then the people had like, if you had sex with this person, the monster would start following you, the entity would start following you, and you had to pass it on or something that way. I liked that because they were figuring out what they had to do, and they did what was needed to do. And it was like, it was messed up, but I was like, come on, man. Like on her end, but it kept going anyway, so it was whatever. But on her end, I was just like, come on now. And then at the end, what I did like at the end is that they kept the actual, and they kept showing the monster to the end, to where it was just, you see the big thing with the mouth and everything, and it looked like a big giant hills of eyes woman. There was her mama, and then it took off its skin and it showed all the layers of teeth and stuff, and it got inside of her the main character's mouth, and then she ended up killing herself because she went back to where her mama was at. She was trying to get rid of it, but she was just all out of her mind by that time. And then the guy that liked her, he came and he saw it, and next thing you know, he going through the same mess. So I was like, come on, man. Like, you studied. My thing was the killing part. Because like, you could have stopped it, at least for yourself, and kept it moving, or figured out how you're going to completely stop it. And maybe that's what she was trying to do, and I was just too frustrated to even catch it. But the dude at the end that liked her, it was like, why did you go in and this? I know it's a part of horror movies. I probably also like horror movies because it gives me something to complain about and talk shit about. Because it's like, why? And so he goes in, he sees it, and it's like, he knows what she's going through. So why are you standing there watching this? Why didn't you just leave? Like, you could have just left instead of watching her kill herself. And now you're gonna go through the same cycle. Why didn't you just leave? So, y'all, I don't know. That one was one of them ones where I was just like, and I started watching horror because when I went back, I really got into I liked certain ones, but the ones that really got me was like the first two Hellraisers, and then like Night of the Living Dead and The Thing. Those are the ones that really got me back into horror. I was like, okay, I'm really gonna watch this, because a lot of the stuff with like the first two, especially the first one, kind of made sense, and then The Thing made perfect sense to me. I was like, okay, this makes sense. But a lot of this horror is just, and I just be whatever. Anyway, let me move on to what the other thing I was. That's it. That's what was going on with Smile. I'm not going to extend my rant too long because I got some, like I said, I got some other stuff to do real quick. So everything that's going on with this DC Extended Universe stuff with James Gunn and all this other mess. This is the importance of not just going along with everything. Because you like online, it was like, you can go through my past posts and everything. I didn't talk much about Superman. Like, I didn't talk much about Superman because I like, Superman is in a weird place. Like, I like him, I don't like him. Like, I really like him, but then it's like I really don't like him. It's like, I like some of the older movies, but the newer ones was cool. But I'm like, so I didn't really talk about the Superman movie, and I watched it. I plan on watching it again, the one with Cavill Superman and Man of Steel Superman. And I just was like, Superman, I know, okay, all right, Superman. But This is the importance of not going along with everything. Oh my God. Throughout the years, I've always like people get online and I'm glad that I don't deal with it as much anymore. A lot of people, you must like the DC. You must know why I hear you talk about shut your goofy ass up. I talk about everything. And the thing about it was like when I would talk about Batman versus Superman being trash, being hot garbage. Well, the movie was good and it was cool and it was this and that. Even with Justice League, when I was like, this ain't, I ain't, well, you this and that, you cool and this, that, and this, you ought to like it and accept it and that. No. I, for one, I was interested in what The Rock was talking about doing with it, and I wanted to see some things and stuff. James Gunn came through, and this is why I didn't talk about it much because I wanted to see more about what was going on. And James Gunn was like, "Nope, we getting it all going." And I was like, "Hey, I ain't even mad at it." And the truth of the matter is, it needs to be like people like it needs to be gone, just done away with, just all of it. It needs to be done away with. And I liked, for instance, I liked Shazam, I liked Black Adam. I like the first Wonder Woman. I love the first Wonder Woman movie. That was one of my favorites. What else? Aquaman was okay. It was okay. But my favorites and the Suicide Squad movies, they were cool. They were cool. But my favorites were Wonder Woman, the first one. That second one was fucking horrible. It was terrible. Yeah, I tried to watch it through twice and I was like, nope, I can't do this. This is just horrible. But I loved the first Wonder Woman movie. And I loved her in Justice League and in Batman vs. Superman. She was the only one that kept me there. Superman and all the rest of them, she was the one that kept me there because I genuinely liked her character. And I did like Ben Affleck as Batman. I liked him as Batman, but I didn't really care. It was like, yeah, okay, whatever. But Wonder Woman, Black Adam, and Shazam. Those three were, I would say, my favorite. And in that order, actually. Wonder Woman, Black Adam, Shazam. Those three were my favorites. And I'm not, and again, Wonder Woman was good. I'll stand on that one. Wonder Woman was good. Wonder Woman was good. I don't care what nobody say. Wonder Woman was good. The other two, Black Adam and Shazam, that's an opinion thing. But Wonder Woman, that was good. That first one was amazing. And I'm like, a lot of it needs to be done away with. A lot of it needs to be done away with. Because here's my thing. And I'm like, I don't understand how y'all not getting the fact that you see the environment you're in. But for some reason, y'all still playing this like this is 1980 or the early 90s. What? And you're trying to do other things, but you're not doing it correctly. Like, what is possessing y'all to continuously do this? Y'all got all this money. Y'all got all these creative folks, and something in your mind keeps telling you, let's make this side thing over here that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Like what? Like that too, that whole Martha thing, goofy as hell. But I'm like, what is possessing y'all to do this? Like, are you hiring people that just want too much money to where you can't sit them down to really make stuff happen? Are you choosing people? And then people getting upset about some of the stuff with like some people were upset, but then others weren't about the black girl. No, it don't need to see the light of shit. At this point, Flash don't need to see the light of day. It just don't. Because it's like, what y'all keep making, y'all got Joker over here doing some goofy shit. Then you got the Batman, Pattinson's Batman doing some goofy shit. Then you're like, well, we're gonna make another Batman. Like, what? Like, have y'all seen what a lot of us want to see, whether it's regular people or people in comics? We want continuity. We want it to connect in some form to make it to where, because that's the truth of the matter is, And I've always said this, but people get, why you just, people be so in their damn feelings. Why you just this damn, why you talking about Marvel and this that? They just ain't working. It's good for. I ain't saying it was bad. I've continuously said that their formula is good. How they do it is good, and I applaud them on it because that's the way you should do it. Because that's the way we've always read them. We've always read comics, manga, and everything like that. It's like, okay, this story, we know that Hickman's Fantastic Four and this and that is going to lead into or have something to do with what we don't know. But after the fact, we found out that Hickman's Fantastic Four and all this other stuff has something to do with some of the stuff that's going on in Avengers and New Avengers, and this and this person was there, and then it's going to connect to here. And we read these stories like this, not just bam done, bam done, blah blah done. And it's like, what? Who is making these decisions? So with James Gunn coming in and just wiping everything out, I'm just like, hey, I ain't mad at you. James Gunn is full of shit when it comes to a lot of stuff. But you know what? Business is what it is, and I can't do nothing about it. But like, well, let's not act like we don't know that this is what's going to happen. Like, it's going to happen. Is it messed up? Yes, this is messed up. Yes, but guess what? Don't nobody care about your ass when the new corporations buy the business that you work at, and they come in and kick your ass out. So I'm not going to be on there like, why you do that like that? We going to petition. Ain't nobody petition to get your ass, your job back. When these new corporations get bought out and they boot you, and then you got to go, some new manager come in and they boot you. So it happens. It happens. Don't nobody be like, man, I love Matt, Chris, or somebody, or Johnny so much. Maybe we should bring them back. They don't care. So I'm not about to be sitting up there hopping and breaking my back to be complaining about it. No. It is what it is, and we'll see a new person or whatever the case may be. But I'm not surprised. And for me, everything is the little bit that we hearing and what we're seeing, it needed to happen. It needed to happen because these people keep coming in and they not concerned about the stories. They don't care nothing about it. They just picking people and then throwing out little projects here and there, and then we supposed to be fine with it. No, this is why I be talking shit. Because you're not going to throw out any kind of mess and then I just take it and be like, I'm fine with it. Especially if I'm giving up my money and my time. No. I ain't that dude. I'm like, well, I'm going to just accept it. I ain't got no expectations and I'm just going to accept it. This is fine. I don't know where Jon Stewart at. Kicking it somewhere. Maybe they're going to do something with him later, but maybe gun them, but I don't know. But, it needed to be done. How you have Marvel sitting there showing y'all, okay, this is the blueprint. Even if they going wild and crazy now, but you see what the blueprint is, and for some reason in your mind you see it and you be like, what's that over there? Like it don't make sense. It don't make sense. These are the same characters that we read the same way that we've read Marvel. Like, you got this happening over here. You got that happening over here. This happened over here. And this happened over here. And it's even to the point to where it's like late people that don't read comics or nothing at all will ask if the Marvel shows and such are connected to the movies, and Marvel has made it to where they are. You ask somebody with DC, it's like, is this connected to the movie? I don't know, man. Unless you want them people to want to start, like, this Flash is this and that, and then the one Flash, Ezra Miller is this and that, but then this one, and then that. Why I got to do all that for y'all? It should be a straight up yes or no. So yeah, I'll talk about that more later or something. But yeah, DC and stuff, it's like it needs to happen. All of them. Just wipe it out. Just wipe it out. Wipe it out, all of it. Just wipe it out. Just wipe it out and start anew and make everything connect and make everything the way that we want to see it at this point. And you got a whole new opening, depending on how you can make it, because a lot of people, especially after this phase 4 shit, a lot of people is getting bothered, getting a little weary. I ain't saying leaving. I'm not saying leaving. Some people are leaving too, but a lot of people are getting weary of what's going on with Marvel and stuff. So here's your chance to get in and set yourself up to do some basic shit, because y'all are still at the beginning. They all gonna be right back at the beginning and stuff. And who knows? I don't. But again, what for me, what James Gunn doing, I'm reading it, I'm seeing it on the phone, I'm seeing y'all talk about it. I'm like, makes sense. Makes sense. Makes sense. Oh man, that sucks, but makes sense. Get him out of here. Get all that mess with DC. Get it out of here. Get it out of here. Like, oh, why do we have to suffer through this? Because we like these characters. We don't want to suffer through this mess. Yeah, that's why I talk about Marvel. Hopefully they get their mess together and act right with Phase 5 and stuff. So that's all I got. I could rant on a little bit longer, but like I said, I got to get up out of here and do some got some business to take care of and stuff. But again, I appreciate y'all kicking it with me and stuff and everything. If you have not already, go to akachicomics.com, get your books, get all that stuff, and be ready for SableCon out there in North Carolina that I'm going to be putting together May 20th. I will get more information on Facebook and everything and emails out to everybody, to all my lovely email list people and stuff. I'll get all that together and I will have that con rolling. So keep up with that. Show your support, even if you ain't there. When it's time to do it, just share the stuff and everything. That's all we need. Just share it and get it out there and everything, stuff like that. And I know y'all do that because y'all share all my other stuff, and I love y'all for that. I always appreciate it. So I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.